Hi, I'm Megan, and welcome to. Winnie wanted to sing along with me, but hi, I'm Megan, and welcome to the Bountiful Backyard. Today, we are going to be making one of my favorite Christmas presents. I know it's July, but it's never too early. This actually takes probably about 6 months to a year. We are making, if you're my family member, get on out of here before I ruin the surprise. We're making two-fold vanilla extract. Double fold vanilla or two-fold vanilla is just double the amount of beans in the extract you're making. It's really great for baking when you want to add more vanilla flavor, but you can't add more liquid to your recipe or it'll throw off the chemistry. So normally you do 1 ounce of vanilla beans to 8 ounces of alcohol. In this recipe, we're going to be doing 2 ounces of vanilla beans to our 8 ounces of alcohol. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you can get grade A or grade B vanilla beans. For this, it really doesn't matter. You're making extract. Grade A just means they're more plump, they've got more moisture, and they're visually more appealing. There's no blemishes, no splitting, and they're longer. Now, grade B is extract grade. They are a little bit more dry, they're a little shorter, sometimes they've got splits, and that's okay for extract. You're going to split them open anyways to get the most in your alcohol, so it really doesn't matter. Grade B is a little bit cheaper, and if you're making a lot of this, it definitely is more bang for your buck to go with grade B. I have a total of 150 vanilla beans. Wow, she is very chatty today. I have a total of 150 vanilla beans. I'm going to cut these open and see just how many ounces I have. I need 12.75 for my 51 ounces. Now this is 59, almost 60 ounces. I'm going to take out a cup just to make sure I have room for my vanilla pods. All right, so I'm going to open these up. And we'll see. This is 50 here. Goodness gracious, that is sticky. And I'm going to see, I've zeroed this out. We're going to see how many ounces this is by itself. So that one is 4.55. Now each one is going to be a little bit different. Each pod is a little bit different. They're not all the exact same weight. That is 4.55. Again, I'm trying to get to 12.75. There's no tear on that one. Okay. Obviously, I bought these at different times. These are not the same manufacturer. These all came from Amazon. I can link the ones that I'm getting down at the bottom. Now, this pack is grade B. Oh, you know what? Let me show you the difference. So this is grade B, and this is grade A. Well, that grade A is a little short, but Winnie girl, you're chatty, chatty, chatty. So grade B, I'm not sure if you can really see this in camera, but grade B is a little bit thinner, not quite as long. It is more dry. This one feels physically more oily than this one does. It's leaving more residue on my fingers than this one is. But again, for extract, it really does not matter because all of that flavor is going in here anyways. Okay, so we've got 4.55. Let's add the rest of these, see where that puts us. 8.1, and let's see this last one. All right, 8.1. Okay, that actually takes us to 12.35. So we're a little bit short. Just means I'll take out a little bit more extra alcohol. I did want to bring you a little bit closer in so you could see the difference between grade A and grade B pods up close. So this is a grade A pod. As you can see, it is much more shiny. It's got, my daughter is still singing. It's much more plump. It's got, I mean, like even touching it, it feels significantly more oily. And whereas this one, oh, I'm going to drop them. This one is much more flat. It's much harder. It's got way less oil on it. It doesn't like leave a residue as much on your skin. And it's just, I mean, you can see the difference. Now for extract, again, this doesn't really matter. It's going into the alcohol to pull extracts out anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But just for future reference, if you want to know the difference between A and B, here's a good up-close version of how nice, pretty, gourmet A is and how sad B is, but still very usable in extract. I'm going to go ahead and cut these open now. I'm going to expose all of the seeds on the inside because that will help the extract become more flavorful. You can leave them just the way they are. You can just drop them in. It's not a big deal. You just might want to let them sit for a little bit longer. Now, we are halfway through July already, so we're a little bit late. It's been busy. I literally just finished repainting these cabinets today. So it's been a minute. I mean, you can tell my cabinets don't even have the handles on them yet because I haven't finished. This project, my cabinets, was supposed to finish. We started it in November of last year. I was pregnant, mind you, so that's my own fault. I started it in November. It is now July, and we're just finishing these top cabinets. These used to be both gray. Now they're cute. But I'm splitting these in half because it's exposing the seeds. The more seeds I expose, the more flavor it's going to go into my alcohol. So I'm going to split all of these. There's 150. It's going to take me a minute. I will come back once they're all split and drop them in the alcohol. So we're going to take our alcohol, and I'm going to take out about 8 ounces of this, I want about a cup out to make sure there is room to make sure that there is room for my vanilla pods. Right about there. I'm going to move this to the side. Now I might need to take more out. Who knows? We'll see. Winnie is in the living room now screaming her head off. Well, she's more singing. She's not mad, but she's just talking. So we're going to put all of these in here. Now, again, this is like 150 beans. So I don't know if this is going to be enough room taken out of here. We're putting it straight into the alcohol bottle. Make it a lot easier for us. Don't have to have all the extra space with all the smaller jars. And once this is done, I can just fill it back up. All right, so put all these in here. I'm going to take out just a little bit more just to make sure I've got enough. So I took out about 12 ounces out of this now, just to make sure there's enough room for everybody in the party. Uh-oh, that bean is stuck on the outside. Okay. All right, now I'm going to push all of these in there as best I can. They are getting stuck up in there. Once I get all these beans in, I'll pour a little bit more of that alcohol back in. I just got to get them down in. All right. That's going to be as good as that's going to be. Okay. Now I'm going to pour some alcohol back in because I do have some room left. I was a little overzealous. Yeah, right back to about 8. Right back to about 8 ounces that I poured out. I don't know where the little cap went. There it is. I'm going to put the cap back on so that my vanilla beans stay in there. And then I'm going to give this a really good shake. Make sure everything's where it should be. Okay. Now this is going to sit for at least 6 months. The longer it sits, the better. Because this is twofold, you can technically use it at 3 months and it would be about the same as a single fold vanilla would be. I wouldn't recommend it. You're really trying to achieve that twofold flavor. So much more vanilla power to the amount of alcohol that you have in there. Once this is ready to go, you can divide this into smaller glasses or smaller jars and send this out as gifts to your family members who I'm sure will love it. Homemade vanilla is one of the best things ever. It makes your cooking so much better. So this is going to sit for 6 months and yeah, there we go. Once this is empty, you can actually refill it with whatever alcohol your choice is. You don't have to use this one. You can use rum. You can use vodka. That's the most common, vodka. I like using bourbon. I think it adds like a really caramely richness to your baked goods, and so that's why we're choosing to use Jack Daniel's today. Once the extract is gone, you can refill it and use it again, which is great. After a couple times, you are not really going to want to use those beans again. They've kind of lost all of that, like the moisture, suckable part of them. That sounded weird, but the stuff that they can pull out with the moisture. After that, though, you can take them, dry them, and then grind them, and you've got vanilla bean powder, which is perfect when you don't want to add any liquid, but you want to have vanilla flavor. So this is going to go sit in a cool, dark place for 6 months for Christmas. If you are a family member of mine, congrats, you just ruined your own Christmas present. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, put them down below. I will be happy to answer them. This is my double fold. I almost said single fold. This is my double fold vanilla recipe. Link down below for the vanilla that I use, both grade A and grade B, so you can make the choice. It's up to you. I've got a mix of both in here just to kind of see, just to show you that you don't really need to have one or the other, and the cheaper option still works. But thank you again. I will see you in the next one.